Today's horoscope from Astrology Gemini, October 12, 2022. Keep in mind that we can be defensive early today, due to a Venus Chiron transit. Before it spirals, consider whether or not it's better to look for the deeper meaning in a situation. There is very likely to be another side to the story. You could feel like you are at a turning point in a relationship, and today's events could call up old hurt or problems. Learn from what opens up, even if it's not entirely comfortable to face problem areas. The moon heads into your home and family sector later today, encouraging you to take a break and refresh yourself. Mercury moves into your solar 9th house of spirit and adventure, where it will stay until the 29th. This transit began but didn't complete from August 25th September 23rd due to a retrograde backup. Now, you're ready to move forward. In the weeks ahead, thinking broadly helps you see the bigger picture. You'll be expanding your mind and your interests. You seek to understand your life and the world around you. Studies or topics of interest that you may have put on the shelf last month now move forward. It's a wonderful cycle for an optimistic frame of mind. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger planet and the ruler of the mind and communication, has re-entered a fellow air sign. You'll love this energy, especially because he is activating your solar 9th house of expansion. Use this energy to research and plan any long-distance travel that you and your significant other would like to take now or in the year ahead. If single, consider planning a trip with friends or family because you could still end up bumping into fascinating, exotic, and unique human beings who open up your mind about the world. Reconsider the pros and cons of your next adventure. You need to go over your opportunities again during the second half of Mercury retrograde's post-shadow period when Mercury re-enters Libra. Talk to your constituents to get a better idea about what you should learn, experience, or where to travel to advance in your professional journey. Be open to conflicting views or differing opinions when Venus in Libra opposes Chiron retrograde in Aries. You do not have to take someone's suggestion, but you should ask others for their input to get a better perspective of your professional development. Just 18 days after retrograding back into your financial sector for a double-dip visit, Mercury leaves again today. This time Mercury won't circle back for a double-dip visit but leaves you with a smart head for money, the means to keep your head in the game and with months of experience to draw on. You are apt to see the bigger picture more clearly than the little one this week. You will enjoy socializing and making merry, if possible, but try not to skip over feelings while in the pursuit of accomplishment. Whatever your plans are, be rigorous in keeping your daily exercise, a balanced diet and abundant rest and relaxation at all times, even the busiest ones. When you feel that you are floating away on the ethers of excitement, breathe deeply and ground yourself. After the soul-searching of the last few days, you are coming into a period of accomplishment and peace. This shouldn't make you forget the many obstacles that you are going to have in your professional life where you may feel there is a flagrant lack of communication with the people you work with. This is of no matter. You are in a phase of ascension, so the only thing that counts is your personal equilibrium. However, don't neglect those close to you who are currently demanding that you listen to them more carefully and be more giving. For the second time in as many months and just 18 days after retrograding back in, Mercury leaves your financial sector today. This will once again leave you with a sharp nose for money and the means to keep your head in the game, but this time, with a lot more water having passed under the bridge and a lot more hindsight to draw on. While the dwarf planet Ceres will stay on, she is less focused on the money and more on maintaining your overall financial needs and priorities, making it easier to stay on track. Just 18 days after retrograding back out of an adventurous part of your chart, Mercury returns today for a do-over only to find that since he left Venus, the planet of love has returned. Already this is bringing the spirit of romance and adventure together, something that is getting a boost from having Mars in your romantic sector. Our eyes in the sky. This is an interesting day that brings some cosmic relief to personal frustrations. The influence of Venus in Libra opposes the prolific energy of the healing centaur Chiron, adding perspective to the overall power dynamic of your life. Think of this as a reset, requiring you to grin and bear it. A loving bond between parties can help you to move forward. This week is all about your relationships and making you a lot more talkative about what you need. You're setting out to get that now by making your goals known loud and clear. You're changing the people you hang out with, and they're changing you in a good way. You'll make more money if you take their advice instead of fight against it. Paying attention to your self-care routines and feeling more confident in your skin is what it's all about right now. Maybe you've been neglecting the things you really love to do because you're just trying to navigate through the twists and turns of life. Romance and fun can be part of the day as well. You'll feel increased vitality and confidence. The influence of Uranus adds a little icing on the cake, and someone might even profess their undying love to you. You might not want to deal with anyone who brings you down, and for good reason. Mercury enters fair and peaceful Libra today, so it's a good day to schedule some time to yourself or even a therapy session just to get everything out in the open. Talking things out will not only help you but also be a stepping stone to moving relationships in the right direction. It's time to think about how you might be taking other people's word for money matters or buying into an investment scheme that's too good to be true. Someone may be giving you a hard sell concerning a stock, IRA, or bond. You need more time to consider the best path for you. Be firm but polite, and make sure you get the time you need. You know best. In the morning, Venus in Libra opposes Chiron in Aries, prompting difficulties in navigating our relationships. Although we intend to keep the peace, we feel as though we fail to rise to others' expectations. This sense that we are not enough, that we are a disappointment, weighs on us heavily. What we are confronting now is the reality that relationships are a balancing act. There is no way to maintain perfect harmony at all times, yet the fear of failure can cause us to want to throw in the towel altogether. A more mature, adult idea of love is required. We become our own worst enemies and we hold ourselves and our partners to impossible standards. Shortly following this, the Aries moon squares off with Pluto in Capricorn, causing us to act destructively. We are struggling to negotiate the Venus-Chiron opposition. Insecurities within partnerships drive us to behave unfairly with loved ones. We may guilt-trip another or pose a test for them to prove their love. Obviously, these tactics are likely to backfire. On the other hand, we might be a victim of manipulation tactics ourselves. If this is the case, it is a good thing that this behavior is being exposed, so we do not waste further time on a toxic power dynamic. However, the moon begins its void of course following this aspect's perfection that will last until afternoon. Avoid taking action now, as decisions will be made in haste, under emotional duress. Give yourself time to cool off before saying or doing something you may regret.